Hello YouTube, I am coming on. It is currently 8:48 a.m. It is Tuesday, the 24th, and I am coming on just about to prepare my dressing for Thanksgiving. So here I already have the Jiffy mix, and yes, I did use Jiffy. I did not do it from scratch, but I used 2 boxes of these, and I'm just going to follow the instructions on the box, which I already did. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my Jiffy mix, I'm going to bake it in the oven per the directions, and then I'm going to end up, I guess, coming back and showing you all the next step. I appreciate the new people that have subscribed to me. I'm sure you came over from TikTok. I greatly appreciate it. But as you know, TikTok does not give you a lot of space to do a lot of things. A lot of people have been asking me for recipes as well. And I do apologize that I can't help you in that area, because I am not one that does recipes. Like, I literally just do things. I put stuff in the pot and I go. So I'm not really helpful in that area. Like, I enjoy cooking sometimes, but for the most part, for me, cooking is fun. So I enjoy doing it for my family, and that's just what I do. And since I love doing what I do, you know, mainly everything that I make turns out okay. There are times I can say that I make meals myself that I don't enjoy. My family always likes it, but some things to me, I'm like, I don't really like that. That's off a little bit. But yeah, so I just wanted to come on here and share the process, or show you guys what I'm gonna do as far as making the dressing. If you can see a little bit of me, excuse me. Like I said, it's early in the morning. My head looks horrible. So if you see me in the camera, don't hold me to it. Don't hold it against me. I'm trying to clean off my burner right there, so that's why you see that. In here, I just have 2 pieces of chicken that I boiled, and yes, I boiled it. I put a bouillon cube in here, and I just added my own couple of spices. I'm just gonna use those 2 pieces of chicken just to shred it up and put it inside my dressing. So I will come back when I am ready to start the next step. Okay guys, I'm back. I'm trying to do it a TikTok at the same time, but right now I'm just cutting up some celery, and I'm gonna use some of this celery for the actual dressing, and some of it, go ahead, do what you're doing. They can't really see you. My daughter's making breakfast right now, getting ready for school. But so I'm making a video for TikTok at the same time, like I said. So what I'm doing is I'm cutting up some of this celery, and it's going to be for the dressing, and then the rest of the celery is going to be for the seafood salad or crab salad. And I'm not using real crab, I'm using the imitation, because that's just what my family has always used. I mean, I could use the regular, but the imitation tastes just fine to me, and my children like it. So that's what I'm gonna do. And that's just something extra that I'm adding on my menu for this year. I'm cutting up the celery kind of small for the seafood salad, because although we like the celery, sometimes when things have a crunch to it, it throws me off, and I automatically think onion. And I know when you guys see me make the TikTok videos, you see that I cook with a lot of onion. The thing is, I don't like raw onions. My onions have to be sauteed to where I can barely taste it. So anyways, right now, like I said, I'm gonna cut up, well, I have enough celery. I think that's all the celery I'm gonna put in my dressing, because again, you know, although we like raw celery, I don't think we want to taste it throughout the dish like that. So I'm gonna finish cutting this up, and then I will come back when I am about to chop up the onions. So I'll be back in a second. All right guys, so at this point I have already chopped up my onion, and I have the celery in here. I just put that off to the side. Now I'm about to cut my bell pepper. And again, this is not a recipe. I'm just sharing what I do when I cook. I'm not a chef. I'm just a mother that likes to cook for her family. And I know there is a different way that you can cut bell peppers, but this is just how I do it. But yeah, so what's on you guys' Thanksgiving menu leave me a comment below. Let me know what you all are going to be cooking. I was not gonna do dressing, but or stuffing. That's what I'm used to it being called. But I couldn't not make it this year because I like it, you know. And I've never been like a person that ate stuffing or dressing, or like I said, whatever you call it where you're from. But I happen to like it now. When I used to live in Oklahoma, I had a church, one of my church members, she actually gave me a recipe for it that her and her mom used to use, and it included using like cream of mushroom, or no, cream of chicken soup, and it was really good. I used to enjoy making it or eating it, but I made it probably a couple times, but then I just forgot the recipe, so I just make my own, do what I do, figure it out. But yeah, so this year I didn't get any cream of chicken soup, so I don't have any to put in here, but I'm just gonna do it just the traditional way with cornbread. And matter of fact, speaking of cornbread is done. I was multitasking. I always got so much to do, but my children were bothering me, and one was like, can you make my oatmeal, and can you this? So it's kind of dark around the edges, but it's okay because I can just dig out the middle and use it. But yes, I just wanted to come back and check in with you all really quick. Like I said, it's just me trying to multitask because I'm doing a TikTok video at the same time. So I'm trying to please two different audiences, because it's like everybody that wanted a recipe or was asking, hey, do you have a YouTube or this, that, and the next thing, a lot of them haven't even like come over on this side to subscribe. So that's why I'm not really doing too much on YouTube, because I really don't see the sense. But then I do realize that I have some people that have come over to YouTube, so that's the only reason why I'm making this video, because I don't really like making YouTube videos. It's just the editing and all that stuff you have to go through, and I'd rather not because I'm a little lazy. But I'm doing this for y'all, so I'll be back when I get to the next step. Okay, I'm back. I have my oil heating up right now, and I'm taking out my other piece of chicken. Like I said, I boiled this earlier, so I'm just gonna chop it up, dice it up. I could have shredded it, but I decided to chop it. And this is just for my dressing. And don't mind the way things look in this lighting. I realize that this lighting, for some reason, makes things look a little light for some reason. But this chicken is cooked. So I'm just using this, like I said, to put little pieces here and there throughout the stuffing or dressing, like I said, whatever you want to call it. And this is boneless, skinless chicken thighs. I like thighs because they're the juiciest piece of the chicken. So I like the thighs. So yeah, this is all I'm doing. It is Tuesday. Like I said, I wanted to get this stuff, some of this stuff done early, because usually I cook everything on the Wednesday before Thanksgiving, and I believe I usually keep my turkey or wait until the morning of, and I put my turkey inside the oven, and then I let that cook all day, or as long as it needs to cook. No, I think I do my turkey Wednesday nights. But either way, like I said, I just wanted to get a head start on everything so I don't have to sit all day and stand over the stove. I can enjoy watching the, oh, are they even going to have a Macy's Thanksgiving Day parade this year? I'm not sure. But anyways, I have my oil warming up over here. I probably put too much oil in the pot, but we're not going to worry about that. And then I'm just going to saute my vegetables to go into the stuffing. Also, I got out my smoked neck bones, because I'm going to put that inside my field peas and snaps and inside my greens. So I'm just going to put this in a pot and boil it, and just let it boil for a little bit so it can start the tenderizing process, and it can get rid of some of the salt that's usually on the neck bones. So that's what I'm going to do. I was actually looking for turkey parts. I prefer turkey parts, but my store was out, so I just got the neck bone. So I'm just gonna put some water inside the pot, and I'm just gonna let this boil for I don't know how long, but I'm just gonna let it go, and then I'll probably start my greens and everything else. But either way it goes, I will be back to let you know where I'm at in the process, or to show you what I'm doing next. All right, guys. At this point, I have my celery, my onions, and my bell peppers inside this pot, and I'm just gonna saute it. I'm just holding the handle this way to get it out of your way. I don't have any small children, so it's fine. But I'm just gonna saute these until they are a little translucent, meaning that they are soft, or soft enough, because they're going to continue baking in the oven. But I have to kind of cook it down as well, because like I said, my family does not like all of this stuff. I'm not even sure if everybody's going to eat the dressing, but I know I am. But the whole goal of it is to saute it down enough so that they don't even notice that it's there. Okay, we don't want any crunchy vegetables in our dressing. So I'm just going to let that cook, and I'll be back once it's, you know, to its the doneness that I like. So I'll be back. Okay, and as you can see, I started to crumble up my cornbread, and this is going to be for the dressing. I may have too much. I used 2 boxes just to be on the safe side, because I wasn't sure what I was going to need. But I've got 2 boxes in here, so just want to crumble that up. I'm making a mess, but it'll be okay. So anyways, I'm going to end up transferring this over to a bowl, and then I will add in my pepper crumb. I got this stuff, and that's what I'm going to add to it. So I'm going to end up adding this in, and then I'm going to add in some chicken broth, and of course my vegetables, and then I'm going to add in some sage, salt, pepper, some poultry seasoning. I may do some, you know, the stuff that I like to use, garlic powder, onion powder. I'm sorry guys if I'm all in the camera, I'm still getting adjusted to this. But anyways, I'm putting this all in there, because at the end of the day it's going to soften up and it'll bake up nicely. So I'm going to do that, and then I will come back when I am ready to start putting everything together. Alright guys, in this bowl I have already added my cornbread mix and the bag of stuffing mix that I showed you. So to this I'm going to start adding some chicken broth, but of course I'm going to come back after I shoot a small clip for TikTok. Alright, into this I'm adding chicken broth. I'm probably going to end up using this whole container. It feels like it, and I just spilled some. That's not good, because you need this to be nice and moist. Now the thing about it is, I realize that if I do run out of chicken broth, I can just add a chicken bouillon cube to a little bit of water and make my own liquid to go in here. But you want it to be really moist so that it can bake nicely in the oven. So I'm just going to continue to mix this. I'm going to let this hang out a little, because these breadcrumbs are a little bit tough. So I'm just letting it hang out, and then I'll come back when I add the rest of the ingredients to it. Okay guys, so I'm back, and at this point I am so sorry I got caught up with doing TikTok, but what I will do is I will put that video at the end of this video. So in here is pretty much the vegetables that I showed you, the chicken, and as far as my seasonings, I used some accent, I used some pepper, some poultry seasoning, salt, some ground sage. I did use onion powder and garlic powder. I did go ahead and dissolve a bouillon cube like I told you I would, because of the fact that I wasn't going to have enough broth, because you want it to be kind of wet so that when it bakes up it's moist. And so that's what I added to it. I did add another bouillon cube for flavoring, but this is what it looks like before it's going into the oven. It has the vegetables throughout, it has the chicken throughout. So I'm going to pop that in the oven. My oven is preheating to 350 right now, and I'm just going to bake that for about 45 to 55 minutes depending on your oven. I may only do 50 minutes because my oven is like a beast. So I will come back on and show you all what it looks like, and I will be sure to include the TikTok video at the end of this video so that it doesn't make this video so choppy. But okay, stay tuned for the finished product. Okay, YouTube, and this is the finished dressing. I don't want to really dig into it, but I know y'all probably just saw my ring light change. Let me grab something. All right, I'm back. So I just, it's been cooling. I'm sorry, I'm out of frame. So that's the finished dressing. It's really moist on the inside. I already tried it, but yeah. And I tasted it and everything after I put once I put the eggs in, because you know you have to use eggs. So once I put the eggs in it, or before I put the eggs in, let me say, I tried it just to make sure that the seasoning was where I wanted it. I suggest you do that. Then after the seasoning is to your taste buds, your liking, then you just go ahead, add the egg, mix that all up, and then you put it in your dish and you bake it. I know it looks a little crumbly on top, and we don't worry about all that because once you stuff everything on it or pack everything on top, it's good, but it's nice and moist on the inside. And so I just wanted to share with you all how I make my stuffing or dressing, whatever you call it. So thank you so much for watching, and thank you for all the TikTok support and supporters and everybody that came over here from there. But there you go.